rights activist who has never shied away from speaking his mind on issues facing sexual minorities or women's rights. Harish Iyer has recently taken a political plunge by joining the Congress party ahead of the elections. He joins us today to talk about his journey from activist to politician and tell us what he hopes to achieve in the political mainstream. Harish, thank you so much for speaking to us today. Explain to me how this happened, because you have been a vocal voice on LGBTQ issues when 377 and all of that legal matter was happening. Why the move to politics and why this particular party?
I think if we don't get into politics and if we don't get into the space where we are writing the rules, then we have to be governed by somebody who doesn't know about us, who doesn't know about our lives, who cannot even understand the difference between gay and transgender. So you'll have these people who will be writing rules for us. And it becomes extremely important that within, I'm not only talking about the Congress party, every political party needs to have people from every community who are out and about as well. I'm sure that there are people who are gay in every political party, including Congress, BJP. Every party would be having non-heterosexual people, but what we require is out non-heterosexual people who'd come out and who'd speak about their rights, so that the other people, the main reason why we have homophobic laws and ideas that come to the fore is simply because you don't have those people over there. They are probably consulted, like how Congress party has definitely consulted those people, but many a times you don't have those people over there. So it becomes extremely important for all of us to join whichever party we feel strongly about and make a space over there and impact minds.
So you put out pictures, with Rahul Gandhi, with Priya, Dutt, with Inamdar. Tell me how this happened. How did this process happen, and especially at this time when we're so close to the election?
I have been in touch with Priya Dutt quite on and off, and Inamdar as well. Priya Dutt, because I've been associated with Priya Dutt for a lot of issues, not just about LGBT rights. There was something about her father. There was a centenary. There was a celebration of her father and her mother's movies, and I had invited her as well. So I have been interacting with these people, and I've known that these people, that these politicians are not those politicians who just come 10 days before the war, 10 days before the elections and start asking for votes, but people who really work on ground. And I know what they really feel about LGBT rights and the fact that they want to learn about LGBT rights. They don't come from a place which is that, oh, we know everything, so we are going to write rules for you. They want to listen to us. They want to learn from us. So that's where it completely stemmed. Also, Shashi Tharoor has tried passing a bill a couple of times No, I was going to come to that, because you've of course chosen the Congress party, but the fact is that when the Congress was in power, that was the time when Shashi Tharoor moved his private member's bill. True.
And nobody listened to it, including his party men.
Not when it was in power, it was recently
yes, but the first time he moved his private member's bill was when the UPA was in power. And there was an opportunity for the UPA to pass a law to repeal 377 a long time ago, and they didn't do it.
True.
So why do you think that they are the right platform to stand up for rights of sexual minorities?
See, we could do one thing. We could if you look at the history of different political parties, we could really go back in time and keep trying to find out why they didn't stand up. The fact is they're standing up right now. They're engaging right now. The fact is that they are speaking to us right now. They are welcoming us right now. And it's not just the LGBT issue that matters, because imagine if there's a party which supports LGBT people, but which is very anti-Muslim, or which is very, say, possibly anti-Christian or anti-Dalit. And what will really happen if there's somebody who is LGBT and Dalit, LGBT and Christian, LGBT and Muslim? Now, you might get rights because you are LGBT, but you will not get rights when you're possibly belonging to some other marginalized community. So the intersectionality angle also fits in quite well with the Congress party, where not only have they stood up for, and they put it in their manifesto, they put it in their previous manifesto as well. And after they put it in the manifesto, Shashi Tharoor moved the bill, where he did try this thing. And I was the first person to even slam the Congress party, to tell them that this Congress party was not in full attendance at that time.
Yeah.
So I make no bones about the fact that that we need to ask tough questions when you are on the other side, and when you are inside, you need to ask those same tough questions when you're inside as well.
So what do you hope to achieve now that you're on the inside of a mainstream political party? What do you hope to achieve in this new avatar?
I think one of the main things, just as they have the All India Mahila Congress, I believe that they should have the All India Queer Congress as well. Whether it's a separate body or whether it's a caucus of few people is something that needs to be decided. I had written about this in when I joined the Congress party. I have communicated this as well. But probably this is the time when elections are just around the corner and everyone is running helter-skelter. So I understand that they don't have the time to, I can't expect them to sit down and understand these things at this moment. But certainly that's something that we are working, that I'll be working towards. And besides that, it's also important that that we speak about other issues like intersectionality. Congress party has actually said that they're going to create in the manifesto they've said that they're going to create awareness about LGBT issues on the 2018 verdict with the police and other people. But I think that the first introduction and the first education needs to happen from within the party, and that will be best served when you have someone within the party itself.
You know, you talk about the shift to a party and where you hope to make a difference, but the fact is that politicians have to deal with a wider India than where you and me are sitting in an urban atmosphere, where the concept or the acceptability of an issue like gay rights is very minimal. It's not a political issue. No party is going to win talking about gay rights. Where do you see that coming in the way? Which is perhaps why you said that there may be politicians who are, sexual minorities, but will never want to come out and talk about it. Can you see yourself transcending to a full-time neta, or will you remain sort of an activist within the party?
I think both of these roles, and time will only say. I don't have a plan in place. Like, I didn't join the Congress party thinking that tomorrow I'm going to be a neta or I'm going to contest elections. If that comes my way, I'm open to something like that. But more than that, and as you also said, that when you talk about mainstream issues, sexuality will not be the only issue that this thing, and a person is more than his or her sexuality. Yeah. And that's precisely the point. I'm not just an LGBT person. I'm somebody who fights for child rights. I'm somebody who's vocal when it comes to women's rights issues. I'm somebody who's extremely obsessed with animals and the environment. So there are a lot of other issues also which a gay person has, and that's precisely the thing that we need to highlight there are gay people who are economists, there are gay people who are doctors, so they don't end up being just gay people. Yeah. There's so many other facets to their personality, and those facets also need to be, I don't want to be hired or I don't want to be given a job just because I'm gay, because I don't think that's a fair assessment. Yeah. I don't want to be a diversity hire. I want to be somebody who works on other issues and works on all issues, because in the end we have to have a job. Indians need to have jobs. India needs to have privacy. All these are issues which are extremely important.
Now that you're a politician and a congressman, I must ask you some political questions as well. What do you think are the prospects of your party right now? The general consensus is that the Congress has perhaps not done enough to put themselves at front of the race. There seem to be missteps and no real counter to the persona of Narendra Modi on the other side.
I have a very different perception when it comes to the Congress party and when it comes to Narendra Modi as well. When I look at just social media or just generally speak to people, I'm given to understand that there are many people who are seeing the initial promise of "Hum bada road banayenge" or "Bada ye karenge." More than that, I mean, there are not adequate jobs which are there in the market. There are people who are extremely dissatisfied by the present regime. Even previously, there was this whole thing about Rahul Gandhi being ridiculed every time. There was this targeted campaign about Rahul Gandhi calling him Pappu and all those things. I've also seen a difference over there. Priyanka Gandhi getting a wider acceptance as well. Rahul Gandhi getting wider acceptance. So when I look at issues from the space that I'm looking at and the people I'm speaking to, I feel very strongly that Congress does have a chance.
All right, we'll wait and see. But you do need good people in politics and to make a difference. So Harish, you have a tough time ahead, but best of luck and thank you for speaking with us today.
Thank you so much.